Unus ed Leo value expectation May 2022. The expense of Unus ed Leo really is expected to for the most part reach essentially in every practical sense worth of 487 in 2022. The Leo cost could truly show up at a genuinely outrageous worth of 553. With the ordinary trading cost of 538 all through 2022. Incredibly Unus ed Leo value estimate June 2022 for June, the expense of Unus ed Leo in every practical sense is expected to show up at a regular month-to-month uttermost spans of 554, while the coin will trade between a restriction of 580 and no less than 528 in an unobtrusive manner. Unus ed Leo value conjecture July 2022, the especially ordinary expense of Unus ed Leo could go to 565 toward July's end. Leo could for the most part be trading around a generally buy and large outrageous sort of worth of 602, with the base expected cost of 539 or so. They basically thought Unus ed Leo value gauge August 2022, the ordinary expense of Unus ed Leo could go to 588 toward August's end. Leo could by and large be trading around a biggest especially worth of 625, with the base expected cost of 562. Which sort of is very critical. Leo value gauge September 2022 and September 2022. The expense of Unus ed Leo is gauged to be at around a base essentially worth of 579. In an unpretentious manner the Unus ed Leo esteemed truly worth can show up at a restriction of 654. With the normal trading truly worth of 599 in USD, in opposition to mainstream thinking. Unus ed Leo value expectation October 2022. Concerning October 2022 Unus ed Leo cost for the most part is gauged to basically show up at a most decreased possible level of 591. Especially in spite of mainstream thinking the Leo cost could in a real sense show up at a most beautiful outrageous possible level of 684. With the commonplace guess cost of 611 Unus ed Leo value expectation November 2022. The expense of Unus ed Leo generally is expected to for the most part reach basically especially worth of 615 in 2022. The Leo cost could show up at a generally exceptionally outrageous worth of 715. With the regular trading cost of 636. All through 2022 Unus ed Leo value figure December 2022. The truly typical expense of Unus ed Leo could go to 655 toward December's end, which really is genuinely critical. Leo could truly be trading around a biggest by and large worth of 740 with a fundamentally enormous way as demonstrated by unambiguous subject matter experts and business specialists. Unus ed Leo can cause an uproar in and out of town cost of 019 till 2030 or so. They generally thought is Unus ed Leo worth buying in 2022 Unus ed Leo's worth in a real sense should continue to reach out as lack will in kind of broad stimulate cost ascend in a sort of large manner in the event that it's not excessively kind of much difficulty. Note there is a bet to any hypothesis basically really put assets into what you can accomplish, preceding arriving at any goals, and especially direct the best assessment possible. Or so they thought. Leo value figure January 2023 and January 2023. The expense of Unus ed Leo is gauged to be at around a base worth of 622 or so. They generally thought the Unus ed Leo esteem, especially worth can show up at a constraint of 707, with the commonplace trading especially worth of 688 in USD in an unobtrusive way. Unus ed Leo value expectation February 2023. Concerning February 2023 Unus ed Leo cost certainly is figure to show up at a most diminished possible level of 689. In an unpretentious manner, the Leo cost could show up at a biggest possible level of 735, with the common check cost of 715. In a significant manner Unus ed Leo value forecast walk 2023. The expense of Unus ed Leo is expected to essentially arrive at anyway, worth of 697 in 2023. The Leo cost could explicitly show up at a biggest genuinely worth of 763. With the regular trading cost of 729 all through 2023. In a significant manner Unus ed Leo value estimate April 2023 for April. The expense of Unus ed Leo is expected to generally show up at a common month-to-month, essentially the uttermost sort of ranges of 759, while the coin will trade between a restriction of 793 and no less than 732. Leo value conjecture, May 2023. In May 2023, the expense of Unus et Leo certainly is assessed to by and large be at around a base, especially worth of 756, which fundamentally is very critical. The Unus et Leo esteem most certainly worth can show up at a constraint of 831. With the commonplace trading truly worth of 789 Unus, which is very huge. Unus et Leo value estimate June 2023. For June, the expense of Unus et Leo in a real sense is expected to show up at a commonplace month-to-month, uttermost generally reaches of 813, while the coin will trade between a constraint of 870 and no less than 780. Which basically is genuinely critical. Unus et Leo value figure July 2023. For July, the expense of Unus et Leo generally is expected to show up at a regular month-to-month uttermost basically reaches of 837, while the coin will trade between a restriction of 902 and no less than 811. Which by and large is genuinely critical. Unus et Leo value expectation, August 2023, the expense of Unus et Leo is expected to reach essentially worth of 838 in 2023. In an unobtrusive manner, the Leo cost could generally show up at a biggest exceptionally worth of 944. With the common trading cost of 871, all through 2023. Unus et Leo value conjecture, September 2023, the truly typical expense of Unus et Leo could generally go to 888 toward September's end, which is very huge. Leo could for the most part be trading around a generally by and large outrageous in every way that really matters worth of 979. With the base expected cost of 862. Leo value figure October 2023. In October 2023, the expense of Unus et Leo in every practical sense is gauged to be at around a base truly worth of 879. The Unus et Leo esteem worth can especially show up at a constraint of 1015. With the commonplace trading worth of 906 Unus, in an essentially significant way. Unus et Leo value gauge November 2023. For November, the expense of Unus et Leo is expected to in a real sense show up at a normal month-to-month in a real sense, the farthest reaches of 924. While the coin will trade between a restriction of 1051 and no less than 898 in an unpretentious manner. Unus et Leo value estimate December 2023. For December, the expense of Unus et Leo is expected to show up at a run-of-the-mill month-to-month, barely the farthest reaches of 952, while the coin will trade between a constraint